In this video, we'll be talking about continue and break keyword. While we are still in the world of loops, I think it is necessary for us to discuss the continue and break keyword. Let's start with the break keyword. The break keyword is used to exit a loop prematurely, meaning that it stops the loop from entirely executing when a certain condition is met, regardless of how many iterations are left. Possibly you have 100 iterations and you are at the third iteration. During the third iteration, a certain condition is met and you break from that loop. That means the rest of the 97 iterations are not going to be executed. So that is the function of the break keyword. Continue keyword, on the other hand, is used to stop the current iteration. It only stops the current iteration. It doesn't stop the entire iteration. So with the continue keyword, the current iteration is going to stop at that point and then it moves on to the next iteration. Let's see that in action. Let's deal with the break keyword first. For example, you have a list of items. Let's call it list of items. Okay, so we have a list. Let's call this. Can as well copy that in our previous example in for loop. I think we have it in. Okay, we have it in loops. Let's copy. Okay, let's use the day of the week list. I think that one is more practical. We can copy it there. Now we have the days of the week list. So for example, if we want to look for Tuesday from the list and after finding Tuesday, there is no reason for us to go over the rest of the iterations. Going over the rest of the iterations is just going to be a waste of resources since we are just looking for Tuesday from the list. So what we are going to do is we are going to use the for loop. Then we say day and days of the week. That is the syntax for loop. So what we want to do is we want to keep printing all days until we get to Tuesday. So we want to print day. Executing this now, all our code, all the days will be printed into our console. So we have Sunday to Saturday, but we are only looking for Tuesday, and after seeing Tuesday we don't want to go over the rest of the iteration. So before the print, we can come before the print and then use an if condition. So if day is equal to, you use equals. You know that your single equal is used for variable assignment. You assign a value to a variable. You use the double equals. So if your day is equal to Tuesday, all right, we want to break from the loop. Break, you use the break keyword. What we are doing now here is we are printing the days, but as soon as we get to Tuesday, we want to break from the loop. That means we are not performing the rest of the iteration. If we run this now, so you see, you printed Sunday, you printed Monday, but as soon as day is equal to Tuesday, we break from the loop. So the rest of the iterations are not executed. This line is also not executed since this condition turns true. Alright, for continue. Continue is used to skip that particular iteration and then it goes to the next iteration. So if we use the continue keyword now, so as soon as our day is Tuesday, this iteration is going to be skipped. That means this line will not be printed and then it goes on to the next iteration. So if we run this now, so we have Sunday, you have Monday, but as soon as we get to Tuesday, then you use the continue keyword, which is going to skip that iteration. So that's why we now have Tuesday printed and then it moves on to Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Another realistic example we can do is if we want to print only odd numbers. Let's say we have a list of numbers. Let's call this list of numbers. Let's use lowercase list of numbers. Okay. For example, we have a list of numbers from 1 to 10. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, so we have a list of numbers from 1 to 10. So assuming we want to print only the even numbers out of this list, let's comment this out. We can also comment this of the week out. Okay, let's bring this down. Alright, we have our list of numbers now. So what we want to do now is we want to print only the even numbers out of this list of numbers. So to do that, we are going to iterate over this list and check if a number is divisible by 2. If it is perfectly divisible by 2, that means that number is even. Then we are going to print that out. If it is not divisible by 2, then we continue to the next iteration. Okay, so to do that, we use the for loop. We have 4, then we can use number as a variable. We can also use I. I think I is kind of generic. If you look at people's code, if you read other code bases, you are mostly going to see I more often in loops. There is no specific reason to that. It's just kind of conventional. But you are at the liberty of using whatever variable name you like. So let's use I to be kind of generic like others. So we have I, then you have the in keyword, then the name of your list, which is list of numbers in this case. So you have the colon. Then inside of this, we are going to check if I modulus 2, you know the function of modulus, it performs a division operation and then returns the remainder. So if I modulus 2 is equal to 0, that means the number is even. We print that number, that means the number is even number. So we print I. Else, so we continue. Else, then we continue. That means we are skipping that specific iteration and then moving to the next one. So let's run this now. Clear the console using the clear terminal, and then we run this. Okay, so you can see, I think this example does not perfectly illustrate the function of continue. To see continue more in action, we can say if I modulus 2 is not equal to 0. If it is not equal to 0, that means our number is odd number. Then we just continue. We are not printing anything if it is odd number. But if it is even number, then we are going to print our number. This is going to perform the same function as the initial code that we wrote, but this will illustrate continue more in this block of code now. If the number modulus 2 is not equal to 0, that means the number is not an even number. So we skip the rest of the code using the continue keyword. But if the number is an even number, that means if the number modulus 2 is equal to 0, so this condition is going to be false, and then we are going to move to the next line of code, which is going to print the number. So if we run this now, we are going to have 2, 4, 6, 8, and 10. All right, so that's that about break and continue keyword. In summary, break exits the loop entirely, while continue skip the current iteration and move on to the next iteration. So that's that about the break and continue keyword. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. I will see you in the next lesson.